An Introduction to Log Linear Modeling. This is from the exam board's syllabus, covering what you need to know for this topic. Let's say you start with some data and you plot your data on a scatter graph, and your graph looks like one of these. And we can see that we have non-linear relationships between x and y. So we really want to work out the equation of the blue curve in each of these graphs, and we're looking at these two specific types of non-linear relationships, and the red letters are constants. X and y in each are variables. So how do we find the constants? There's no simple way of working out the constants from these graphs. The method is similar for both of these. I'm going to do them both together. So we start off with taking logs on each side, and then we can use some of the laws of logs. So I've split this up into two separate log terms, likewise here, and then I rearrange my log terms into a form that matches up with y equals mx plus c. Now x and y are variables, and they correspond to our variable here and here, and our variable term here and here. The gradient m and the y-intercept, well, these are constants, and they match up with log b, and log b is a constant because b was a constant. Likewise, log k is a constant because k here is a constant. And on this side, n is a constant, and log a is a constant because a here is a constant. So on this side, we're going to plot log y against x, because normally it's y against x. So y is log y, so that goes here, and x is just x, and that's here. And on this side, y is log y, so we put log y on this axis, and x is represented by log x, and that goes here. Which means when we have our data x and y, we need to calculate log y on this side, and on this side we need to work out log x and log y. So there's some calculations to do, simple calculations in your table of data. So once we've done the work in the tables, we can use the data that's highlighted now and plot them on the graphs here, and you should see a scatter graph, and it should be linear. And we would like to work out the equation of the regression line that would go through this data. So the highlighted columns here, that data is entered into your calculator, and the calculator will return the intercept and gradient for your regression line. So here's the regression line, and we're interested in the intercept here and the gradient of each line, which are these values. So how do we know that it's log k that goes here? Well, there's the y-intercept, and it's log k. This value is equal to log k. You can solve that to work out what k is equal to. The gradient of this graph is log b here. And if the gradient is log b, if you know the gradient of the line, you can work out the value of b. And you can do something similar on this side. We've got the intercept, it's log a, here it is. We've got the gradient, it's n. So if you know the value of the gradient, we know the value of our constant n. So what we have here are logs, we have linear graphs, hence the term log linear modeling.